What's good, everybody? It is JovarTV, and like I said on my video I posted earlier today, I was going to do a review about the documentary film Zion. Alright, this is just the first of many reviews. Welcome to JovarTV presents DocIT. I thought that was a pretty cool name, right? I got my glasses here because I can't see. So I wrote some notes about the documentary. So I want y'all to just sit along. It's gonna be a short process, and I'm just gonna, tell you about the documentary that I watched and why I think you should or shouldn't watch it. Now, like I said, the name of the documentary that we're watching today is called Zion. Got myself a little. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, I got wrote some notes about the documentary. All right. So, Zion. It's a short documentary on Netflix. That's the platform. It's directed by a director called Floyd Ross. Okay? All right. The documentary tells the story of a guy named Zion Clark. Now, you probably done seen Zion a few times. I've seen him sometimes on Instagram. Like, he's a wrestler and stuff. Now, yeah. But the thing about Zion is that he was born without legs. At least I think so. I would explain that later on. Okay, all right. At the documentary tell you at a very young age he was given up for adoption. He never met his birth parents. All right, he was born Zion Zacharin Daniels, but I think because his adoption, he go by Zion Clark now. Okay, all right. He was in the foster care. His story just tells you what is wrong with most of our foster care. Okay, he was in Ohio's foster care, and he went to 7 or 8 different foster care homes because he was being beaten and starving. All right, did I tell y'all the man ain't got no legs? I think I told y'all that. Like, who does that? Like, that's crazy. Well, eventually, at the age of 16, he get adopted by a nice lady, I believe. Like I said, I say believe because I'm gonna get to that later. All right. He began wrestling on his high school team. It's called the Massillon High School. That's the name of the high school he went to. All right. And it was coached by his coach, Greg Donahue. Okay? The coach said he noticed Zion walking around the school when he had prosthetic legs. And the prosthetic legs were gashing his feet. Okay? Now, like I said, there's so many. I'm going to get to some of this later about the thing. Alright? And, yeah, so he went to school, he wrestled on the team with Coach Donahue. He almost made it to state his senior year. He almost made it. He had a record, I think it was like 33-12 or something like that. And but he lost. But he graduated. He went to community college. He transferred to Kent State and studied business management. Now, like I said, it was an 11-minute documentary, so it was short, it was quick, it was fast. All right, I like that a little bit. Like I said, a little bit, I like that. One thing that I like about it is that it was shot beautifully. Like, these the pros right here. It was only 11 minutes. It was shot beautifully. Ain't more you can ask for. Like, the director did his thing. I think it was great. Right? Now, some of the cons is, it was just 11 minutes long, so you didn't really get too much details in the documentary. For example, all right, I'm gonna go back to my notes here. I got notes. All right. Some questions I had at the end of the documentary that I felt like should have been answered in the documentary was, what was Zion's condition? I don't know. I don't know what caused him to be born without legs. Or even, like I said, the coach said he had prosthetic legs that was cut into his feet. So I'm not sure, does that mean he have legs? Or he don't have legs? Or he had like tiny legs, but like, cause he could move. If he had prosthetic legs, he could move them, right? But then they were showing a picture where he was like on crutches. He had prosthetic legs, but he was on crutches. So I wish the documentary would have went into more detail about the legs. Like, what was the legs about? My glasses for my notes again. Another question I had is how he get adopted. They kind of showed the lady that adopted him. They didn't. I can't remember. I didn't see her name. Like, I feel like I know her last name has to be Clark. I feel like he got the name Clark from Zion Clark, but I'm not sure. Like, they kind of like, she was in the film. Like, she had like two scenes in the film, but they wasn't like she was his foster mother and she treated him nice. He asked her to adopt him. Like, we know it wasn't until 16 until he got adopted. But they don't really tell too much detail about the adoption. Like, I felt like they could have added a little something like, yeah, he got to her, or she saw him, or, like, where did that get to? More notes. Why did he join the wrestling team? They just said the coach saw him. That's how you know he was on the wrestling team. I can't. I watched it a few times because it's only 11 minutes long. Like I said, that's top tier stuff right there. But they never really said how he got on the wrestling team. Like the coach said, he saw him with the prosthetic legs, but it kind of got more into like, yeah, he was wearing these legs because people wanted him to look like normal people, while he could just walk around on his head. Like, his hands can do all the work. But I really would have wished the documentary would have gotten to that detail too. Like, what made the coach be like, hey, you want to join the team? Or was he like, did he show up one day and was like, look, I want to join the team? Or like, I wish they would have had more details about that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give Zion a docket. You better docket. Put in your docket, all right? Yeah, that's why I named it docket. Put in your docket, people, because it's a pretty good film. For 11 minutes, it's very short. Get y'all the details that you want. And don't get y'all the details that you want, because it's 11 minutes short. So it's going to leave you with more questions, which I think is now I think about it, it gets you to look him up, I did go and look him up, but I'm not going to give y'all those details because on Docket, we just talk about the documentary. Thank you for joining me. I'm JovarTV. I'll see you next time on Docket. I'm going to come up with a theme song or something.